Welcome Standard 8 to the digital class subject English. Our next lesson is 2.2. Nature created man and woman as equal. Yes, this lesson is all related with the equality of man and woman. So let's begin. Nature created man and woman as equal. The house and its surroundings are a site of peace in the early morning of April. It nestles by the side of a small stream of crystal clear water. The stream tumbles down the green mountains only 2 miles or so away. There is a stretch of hundred of acres of fertile land rolling with yellow mustard flowers between mountain range and the house. The garden is in the front of the house. Trees of many kinds bearing flowers of various hues and fruits grow on all sides of the house. So, in the very first paragraph, they have in the very first paragraph, they have described the surrounding of their house. Now, this lesson is a write up about a progressive household, a modern educated household somewhere from the northeast of India, maybe from Assam or Manipur, that side. So, we all know it's a beautiful place. So, their house is also situated in a very peaceful surrounding, a very beautiful with a very beautiful scenery there. The courtyard smells of jasmine, which blooms in bunches of white pearls. The fragrance mingles with a thin smoke that rises from sweet smelling incense stick. The burning incense sticks are glowing at the altar of God in the middle of the courtyard. So, overall, the atmosphere of their house is quite pleasant, and this is the early in the morning of April. Ashangbi, okay, a character, mother. She is the mother in the story. Ashangbi is in her reading room and is busy writing an article. She is a middle aged mother of 3 children and a journalist and women's right activists. So, see how many qualities or how much work she does. So, she is a mother, she is a journalist, and she is a activist. Lenthoi, her youngest daughter, enters the room. She is an intelligent girl. Today she looks thoughtful and she takes a seat by her mother's side. So Ashangbi is reading her book and writing some article. As she is a journalist, so she has to write some blogs for maybe for the newspapers or for the news channels. And her youngest girl, Lenthoi, enters the room. And she is an intelligent girl. But today, she's very thoughtful, means she's thinking very deeply about something. And she comes and sits beside her mother. At the sight of her child, Ashangbi lovingly asks, Have you finished your studies, my Have you finished your studies, my dear? Yes, mother. I finished it last night. Today being Sunday, I want to do something interesting. Lenthoi says and waits for her mother's response. Now see, she's such an intelligent girl. She comes and sits beside her mother. Being Sunday, she's not wasting her Sunday, but she wants to do something very interesting. Tell me, what you want to do? Want to do? Ashangbi asked her, quite amused. Mother, tomorrow I am going to represent the Siroi Lily House as a speaker in symposium at our school. So she says that there is a big seminar in my school. A big symposium means what? A meeting at which experts have discussion on a particular topic. It's just like a seminar. So she is going to be a speaker there, and they are given a topic. And the topic is God created men and women as equal. So she says the topic is very interesting, and she wants her mother to do some discussion on the same topic with her. Will you spare some time to have a discussion with me? Lenthoi presses on her mother when she requests her mother to help her out for the topic. Lenthoi has just had a discussion with her father on the topic. Now her father, his name is Tomba. Tomba, her father, is a husband, supportive of the activities of his wife and a loving father. He is a lawyer and a social worker who advocates the causes of women. So he is also somewhat like an activist for the rights of the woman. So he is a lawyer, a social worker, and he works for the welfare of the woman. And he is a very supportive husband. And that is why Ashangbi is such a successful woman. He is always proud of his wife, the two daughters, and the son. In times of need, he extends his helping hand to his wife and children and to the society at large. So he is a very good human being who is very helpful. He does not discriminate between men's work and women's work anywhere. So according to him, men and women and their work is equal. There is no such work that only woman has to do or such work that man has to do. So he is of this thinking. He shares equally with his wife in doing the household chores. Chores means work like cleaning, washing, cooking, and feeding the children. So he is equally doing the work with his wife, not only out professionally but even in the house. He had not shared in these activities in the way he does, his wife would not have been a successful professional. Means he is so helpful and so supportive, and because of his supportiveness, Ashangbi is such a successful woman. He wholeheartedly believes in equality irrespective of class, religion, and gender. So he's a very broad minded person. In his discussion with his daughter, he laments over the great injustice done on women in the society, telling her, "My dear child, the world is still full of inequalities. We have to find a way to bring equality between men and women." So he is saying that this he laments over. He laments means he feels very sorry for the situation of a woman in this world. Even today, at many places or everywhere, we can see inequality of men and women. So he says that we have to do something to bring equality between men and women. Further, he says, her father's words are still ringing in the ears of Lenthoi. The words, which words? That we have to do something for the men and women. That we have to find a way to bring equality between men and women. So continuously those words were going on in her years. And she tells her mother of what her father has told her. Appreciative of her husband for these views, Ashangbi says, your father is right. In no society do women enjoy the same opportunities enjoyed by men. It is it is your father that I feel no difference or inequality at home. Even she agrees with what father has told. Ashangbi says that it is only because of your father that I can manage everything, my house and my professional life. And I have become such a successful woman. And her father supports gender equality. But outside our home, I have seen that women have been subjugated in many ways. She says that in the house, because of your father, I get equal treatment in the house. But if you see in the outside, the world, in the world, if you see, there is lot of inequality and women are subjugated, means they are controlled or dominated by the male society. It is against that the will of God. She said, God has not planned this for the human beings. God has sent me, sent, sorry, God has sent men and women on our earth to share the joys and sorrows of life equally, to share his blessings and joy, the bounty of nature equally. This is what your topic means. So, with this, she told that God has sent everybody on the earth equally and He has not discriminated among men and women. So, who are we, the human beings, who discriminate this? So, equally, everything must be shared equally among men and women. Ashangbi knows well that men and women are equal. Women, who are half of human race, are as important as men. She writes and talks about such topic. So being a journalist, she writes about all such topics. Her daughter, though a child, also understands well that her mother is not a person of less quality than that of her father. So Lenthoi thinks about her mother, that mother is also same powerful like my father. She says, our home is full of love with you, mother. So she says that men and women are all equal and mother, you are the you are the one who has filled our house with love. Mother beams with joy at the words of her daughter. Means mother smiles very brightly. She is very happy listening to Lenthoy's words that she is the one who has brought all love in the family. As a matter of fact, mother is the fountain of love in the family. This bond of love is beyond comparison with anything else in the world. It is because of this that motherhood has been glorified and women accept the challenges in life to become a mother. Students, it is not easy to be a mother. It's a very challenges job about a motherhood. And she is the one who bonds the family, who spread love in the family, who educates the family, who nurtures the family. Everything depends on a mother in the family. Next, showing deep affection, Ashangbi continues. Now, showing deep affection or deep concern, she says, pioneer women testify to the equality of women with men. Pioneer means a person who does something for the first time and creates a fame. So, and in any shows her quality. Pioneer, pioneer means a first one to create something, to do something. So in whatever field it is, pioneer woman, the woman who does everything for the first time, she proves that even she is equal to men. Actually, life is not possible without both men and women. So she says that the life, this universe is not at all possible without men and women. They both are of same value. Lenthoy has been fascinated by the stories of pioneer women. So, being an intelligent girl, she has a habit of reading books, and so she has read many stories of pioneer women. Her grandmother had narrated many stories of the brave queens like Lenthoy and Ganayamyani, who were as brave as kings. So these are the queens. The picture on the screen is of the Queen of Assam. There were also many brave women among the common people. These women, as her grandmother narrated, were makers of home, family, society, and the nation. They were civilizing the influences, means they were educated women. Those time the women were not only sitting at home and nurturing the family, but they were getting education. They were very brave. These women, sorry, at the same time, they were also adventurous who claimed their shares in free land, ploughed and raised crops with their own hands, and drove cattle. Modern women have become mountaineers, naturalists, journalists, astronauts, then scientists, soldiers, and political leaders. Today's modern women have become experts in every field. They are mountaineers, they are naturalists, astronauts, scientists. They are front and equal with the men in this society today. And even the women in the ancient time were no less. This prove that this proves that there is nothing a woman cannot do, and also that women and men are created equal. Then she asked her mother further, Mother, you have thrown light on the quality of men and women, and also have emphasized that the world is still an unequal world. Then, what I would like to know is if there are any moral, social, or legal provisions to enable women to express their physical and mental potential and to set themselves free from this suppression. So she has asked a very important question here, that are there any legal provision, any laws for the women to show their qualities, their potential to the whole world, that no male should dominate her, should suppress her. Amazed at the curiosity of her daughter, and she was very amazed, surprised about this question. Ashangbi adds, there are many, she says that there are many laws, and under the aegis of United Nation, there is a declaration of a new world of equality. She says under the aegis means with the support of the United Nation. It's an organization. It is United Nation is an international organization which has a whole committee for the welfare of women and child. There they have declared many laws for women. So four are given in the textbook. First one, equal access to basic social service including health and education. So they said that there is equal access for every woman on this earth about the health and education. She can take education and have all the medical facilities, the health facilities for her as equal as men. There should no be gender inequality. Equal participation in political and economic decision making. So she says that in politics, in economic decision making also, the woman is equally treated and has equal law for her. Today in India, who is our finance minister? She is a lady. Find out who is she. Equal rewards for equal work. Now, many places, women are paid less. It should not happen like that. Women also should be paid equally to her work and equally with the men. Elimination of discrimination and violence against women. This, no woman should bear the violence against her. Then the mother concluded, my dear daughter, we can affirm along with the United Nations that men and women are equals. So, because of the United Nations, it is declared that women and women are equal. Lenthoi understands what her mother means and what the topic of the symposium means. Thus, confident of success, the next day, after after thanking her mother, the girl of 12 happily rushes out of the room in the bright morning sun. So confident of her success means she was very sure that she will get success in her symposium. The blue sky meets the range of the eastern mountains. Eastern mountains, as I told you, the story is somewhere from Assam or Manipur, from North India. A small girl is always fascinated by the small trail which winds up the distant purple mountain. So she is very happy to see the beauty of the nature also. And she is also happy to have all the knowledge about her topic. I hope students you understood the whole lesson. Now here I have given you all some phrases from the lesson and the meaning. I want you to write these phrases in your notebook and, if possible, make sentences using these phrases and idioms on your own. Next, I have given you compound words. This is a question on page number 34. Question number in English workshop, question number 1.B. Pick out 5 compound words from the lesson. But what are compound words? When two words are joined together to yield a new meaning. Means when two different words are joined together, it makes a new word with a new meaning. Compound word can be written in 3 ways, as open compounds spelled as 2 words. For example, ice cream. Closed compound joined to form a single word, doorknob. Or hyphenated compounds, when 2 words are joined by an hyphen. For example, long term. There's a hyphen in between long and term. So long term. Sometimes more than 2 words can form a compound. For example, mother-in-law, father-in-law. Okay. So here are a few examples given, like notebook, Superman, waistcoat, paycheck, solar system, moonwalk, etc. Students, I want you to write all these words along with the compound explanation in your notebook, grammar notebook. Next, here we have the English workshop. Students, I want you to do the whole workshop in your English notebook on your own. All the things are explained very well there. I hope you have understood the whole lesson. Thank you very much.